And on to sports. In a big development, the Bureau of the FIFA Council has decided to lift the suspension that was imposed on the All India Football Federation, or the AIFF. Now, as per reports, the ban on India's apex governing body, which was imposed due to what FIFA termed undue third-party influence, has been lifted after FIFA received confirmation that the mandate of the Committee of Administrators, or COA, was set up to assume the powers of the AIFF Executive Committee had been terminated by the Supreme Court, and that the AIFF administration had regained full control of the AIFF's daily affairs. Now, furthermore, FIFA and the AFC will continue to monitor the situation and will support the AIFF in organizing its elections in a timely manner. Now, as a consequence, the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup 2022, scheduled to take place between October the 11th to the 30th, 2022, will be held in India as originally planned. Well, it may be mentioned here that earlier on August the 16th, the World Football Governing Body FIFA had officially suspended AIFF, casting a shadow of uncertainty over plans to host the Under-17 Women's World Cup in India. Now, with FIFA officially lifting the suspension, plans to host the coveted football tournament in India is back on track. Now, meanwhile, as a consequence of the termination of the COA, the AIFF elections will now be held on September the 2nd, with Indian football legend Bhaichung Bhutia and the former goalkeeper Kalyan Chobe set to have a straight fight for the post of AIFF president. Now, meanwhile, Manipur Chief Minister N Biren Singh has thanked FIFA for taking the right decision, lifting the suspension at the right time, knowing the pulse and sentiment of football fans in India.
It is very encouraging, and I would like to thank the Honorable Supreme Court for timely action, and I also thank the FIFA for taking the right decision in the right time, knowing the pulse and the sentiment of the Indian football lovers. And I congratulate the AIFF for winning the tussle fight, so that now we may held the under 17 years Women's World Cup here.
And our correspondent Ripun Joydas spoke exclusively to the former Indian football team captain Bhaichung Bhutia on the FIFA revoking the suspension on AIFF. Let's listen in.
We are now being joined by Mr. Bhaichung Bhutia. Mr. Bhutia, welcome to Northeast Live. We all know that FIFA has imposed a ban on AIFF recently, but that ban has now been removed completely lifted up by the FIFA. So what is your first reaction to it?
Very happy that FIFA has lifted the ban, because we all wanted the ban to be lifted and under 16 World Cup to happen. That was the first priority, and that happened, and I think all the football fans across the country are very happy. So we are very thankful to FIFA for lifting the ban as soon as possible, when we declared that elections are going to happen.
Thank you very much.